the last few days upon waking and just lying in bed, sort of meditating, where you're not quite fully awake, but you're, you know, waking up, but you're still kind of in that almost dream state. I've had some realizations, um, like the first one was that in my mind it was these words. It comes down to these 4 words. That was exactly what was in my head, and it was, I unconditionally love myself. And that was given to me, and as the puzzle piece to like the missing piece in your life, like everything comes from that, that if you can unconditionally love yourself, then that's the main goal. That is it. Because if you start with that, if you start with unconditionally loving yourself, then everything else falls into place, and you end up, after you love yourself, then you can love everything else. So that was the first realization that I think I already knew this, but like it was just a confirmation of this, but on a much deeper level than before. And then this morning when I woke up, I realized that I kind of had, like, my heart chakra was like feeling blocked, or there was a little bit of anxiety or something in the heart chakra, and I realized that it had to do with receiving, and that, I'm really good at giving, but not so good at receiving, and that I actually have a fear of receiving. And I don't know that I really understood that before. I think I did on some level, but I didn't realize how deep it was. But I realized that these were limiting beliefs that I've carried with me throughout my life, and I don't really know how they got there. But I decided to make some affirmations to kind of turn them around, to see if I could start to reprogram on that. And the affirmation that I felt would be kind of the opposite of that would be, I now graciously receive all that is meant for me. So I kind of went over that in my mind many times, and felt it in my heart, and my heart actually started, the heart chakra actually started to open up and expand a little bit. I think I still have further to go with that, but I could see that it was the start that I needed to kind of get that going again. And I've mentioned before, like I tend to have blockages in the heart chakra and in the throat chakra. Those are like the two that I have the most blockages in, and that I constantly have to work on. But I just thought that was interesting that I realized that, And I thought of how, I don't know, the game Monopoly came into my head. I was thinking about how, we all, let's just say we're all playing a game of Monopoly. Like when we grow up, we play the game of Monopoly with friends and family that we know. And have you ever played with another family before? Everybody has different rules, right? Nobody plays Monopoly the way that it's supposed to be played, or the way that the game was written. I mean, some people might, but most people don't. Most people make up their own rules to that game. And I kind of see that that's maybe how those limiting beliefs start. Like we're all playing our own Monopoly games and we're making up the rules as we go along. And sometimes those rules, they just get accepted and as, yep, this is how you play Monopoly. This is how you're supposed to do it. And we just accept that, and we keep that going in our lives, and never really questioning whether or not you like the way you're playing the game. And if you're like my family, many times, like when I was growing up, that was a cutthroat game, okay? Because you get people, it brings out the worst and the best in people, okay? Just like life brings out the worst and the best in us. And the game Monopoly does that. And there were many times where some people were very upset about losing that game. And yeah, anyway, so I don't know, I feel like I'm going to redesign, and I feel like I have been redesigning my game of Monopoly. And I'm going to play it the way that I want to play it, where it's more fun for me and more rewarding. And, those who want to play that game with me are welcome, and those who don't want to play that game with me, that's fine too. We all get to decide where we want to be and what we want to do. And I respect everybody's choices and everybody's agency, and but I'm finding that the limiting beliefs that have been handed to me over my lifetime, there's a lot that I have to still kind of go digging for and discover. But I just want to be more intentional about how I'm playing Monopoly. And yeah, anyway, that's it.